Hello and welcome to Drive-In Double Feature Podcast. I'm Nathan,
I'm Ryan.
and this is the podcast where we talk about two movies a week every Tuesday and Thursday. And this Tuesday, we are back at it again with Saw 3 from 2006, which is the year after the last one. This is directed by Darren Lynn Bousman. And I didn't even do the Patreon, people. I was ready just to hop into this one. Be
God,
sure to check out our Patreon just for $5 a month. You can help support the show, help us get rentals and things like that, which Ryan, I owe you. Remind me, I'm going to send you money for that. Thank you for getting it. I'm gonna cut that out. But you can get fun conversations over there, stuff like that. But no main show content like today's episode is locked over there. So yeah, Saw 3, back at it again. Saw 2 was such a big hit. They were like, we're doing Saw 3 again. They got James Wan and Lee Winnell. They are back to actually help write the script. They did the story for this one. And this is the last time they will work on this franchise. So this is where it ends. Lee Winnell said that this is where he wanted the series to end, that this was the finale.
his
And
magnum opus.
which of course would not become true. In under a
I
year,
can't
that would become not true.
I can't believe they just ended it like right here.
Yeah, yeah, best trilogy ever, right?
Really consistent trilogy that, it's like, had a couple of weak moments, but overall decent trilogy.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, they're stretching this one out. Even though it is kind of wild, I'm gonna spoiler all over this podcast right now. I don't care. Jigsaw
Spoil
dies
all
at
over the place.
yeah, all over this podcast. Jigsaw dies at the end of this movie, so it feels very final in a way. Well, actually not really, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Yeah, so Saw 3 it's kind of interestingly laid out. Also, I should say it has the biggest budget yet, $10 million. And it would make 164 mil. So that is a huge profit once again. This movie starts with the cop plot, and it's kind of weird. The first 30 minutes of this movie is its own story, and then we get the other half of the story and like the
Hmm.
rest of the movie, and then we don't go back to the cops. It's almost like that's what's weird about this. Them saying that this could have been the last one because the beginning just feels like, oh, we're setting up the other stuff. It so I actually I'll be honest with you, I actually really liked this movie back in the day. I would put this one in my favorites from the series. I did really enjoy it. And this time, and actually, fans really don't like this one. This is considered one of the worst to a lot of people that do enjoy Saw. So I always felt myself like a little bit of a, the opposite on that.
You wanted to be a contrarian, Nathan. Just admit it.
No, I didn't want to be. It just, I really liked it. I rented it and I remember really enjoying this one. And I do think there are highlights here. But I will say this one, the weaknesses started to show a little bit. Um, but yeah, so in the beginning, we get, I'm trying to remember what is the first. Oh yeah, that's right. Eric Matthews. They did get Donnie Wahlberg back for this one. And we actually find
He,
out, huh?
he had to call out from his shift from Wahlburgers.
Yeah, working for his brother. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
hey Donnie, you gotta go film that movie.
you we'll cover you. You make that movie. That's another Saw movie. Yeah, and those are the two important brothers, right? The Wahlburgers and the and Donnie. That's it.
Donnie and Burger Wahlberg,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um,
whatever his name is.
but yeah, I think it's Donnie Wahlberger, his brother, right?
Donnie Wahlberg, Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah, exactly. They both had the same name and then they changed it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah. But no, he does get Donnie Wahlberg does get out of the bathroom he's locked in at the end of the movie by breaking his foot and he crawls out. We do see that a
That
little bit. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say that scene alone. That was probably like I audibly was like when he was like bashing his foot.
Hmm.
That was hard to watch. Like even like later in the movie, like at that one, I was just like, ah, like
No, they Saw 3 is, I think, probably the most gruesome one in my opinion. There is some stuff that is like disgusting and hard to watch because later on he stands up and then he stands on his broken foot, and the sound design is crazy in this movie. He stands on it and then you hear like a and then he falls, and it hurts to watch.
It does. It sounds really gross because, like he bashes his foot with a toilet tank lid,
Hmm.
and then he's like, "Okay, my all my bones are broken in my foot," and then
Hmm.
he snaps his foot like to order for it to like slide through the shackle,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I was like, ah, God, I feel like it'd be less painful to cut off the foot.
Exactly, yeah, because he has to like snap it in order to get it out of there. It's a lot to take in. But after he gets out, we get a little introduction. We get a new character who's actually very minor in this movie, but will go on to be one of the more important characters as we go on, and that's Hoffman, played by Costas Mandalore. And not he's not a Mandalorian, people, whatever that
Oh,
means. I don't know what that means. Um, something about babies or something. I don't know. Uh,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Though he plays a mandolin, you call him the
Oh,
Mandalorian.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool skill set for him. Um,
Hmm.
but they're investigating somebody that was in a trap and they had no possible way of winning. So that's setting up a little intrigue there. And also the main cop lady from this movie, Carrie, who's been the cop ladies from, she's been in the past two movies. She's in a trap where she has to grab a key from a pit of like acid as she has like things hooked to her chest, and she has to reach in and she actually gets the key to unlock the trap, but she ends up dying anyway because there's no way out of the trap. We come to find out that Amanda has become the apprentice, and she's just, it seems like she's, the way Jigsaw puts it is that Amanda is just really bad at her job. He's like, you made traps that were unwinnable, which is
Yeah,
uh, just like, oh, you just
yeah,
screwed up.
right. Well, I mean, it's more of like she's judge, jury, and executioner like already, even
Yeah.
though that's not the whole that's not the point of these games. It's supposed to be like these people have to push their body and mind to the limits, and then hopefully it'll change their perspective about life.
Exactly. Yeah. They want, and it'll make them like want to live and be a better person. Um and I mean, even more so, Tobin Bell plays Jigsaw here, and he talks about that quite often, that he's not a murderer, that he just puts people in these situations and it's their choice to die pretty much. So Jigsaw does once again take a bigger role in this movie, kind of like Saw 2. And I mean, even more speaking parts, more to say, but he's dying. His cancer is finally getting to him, and they kidnap a doctor played by Dina Meyer, which she has a really. Do you know what else she did? Um,
No.
she was in the movie Crash, and then she did a few movies after this. She quit acting because she didn't like it, and now she's a real estate agent. So she is,
Oh,
yeah, completely gone from
good for
acting.
good for her.
No, I agree. Yeah, I think that's interesting. But yeah, so she is.
Wait,
Oh, what's up?
I I Dina
Uh,
Meyer's the cop.
You're right. I was looking at the wrong name. I think it's
It
Bahar
Bahar.
Sumek. Bahar
Yeah.
Sumek. Yeah, my bad.
So wait,
Um,
so is Bahar the is or is Carrie the real estate agent?
Bahar is no. Carrie is not a real estate agent. No, the doctor in this movie. She gets a shotgun collar hooked up to her, and it's like, so there's a guy in another series of traps, and she has to keep Jigsaw alive until he reaches the end of his traps. That's kind of her game. Um, and I think some of the stuff with her is maybe some of the better parts of the movie. I won't say the performances are good, but at least her, Amanda, and Jigsaw together, I feel like you have some competent acting going on here.
Really, I didn't think Shawnee Smith was that great in this movie.
Really, I thought she was okay. I thought she was fine.
I didn't think she was great because especially when she's like trying to do like the oh I'm so crazy type of thing.
Mhm.
But
Or she's like laughing and crying at the same
mhm.
time.
Yeah, or like oh you could shoot me. but then you'd have to take off that collar, and if you do it just wrong, it'll kill you. Or you,
That's right. That whole sequence was like, I saw you looking for a murder weapon over here. You trying to kill me. Um, but there's a scene where they have to relieve Jigsaw's like pressure in his head, so she has to perform surgery on him with a drill and a circular saw,
bone saw,
bone
yeah.
saw, and it is long and extremely graphic. This was the scene for me that was hard to watch, and it was just like a lot of sound because like she gets that bone saw going and it grinds into his skull, and you see it all, and blood sprays. And I was just like, oh my God, this is like, it's just like over the top brutal. Like when people complain about torture porn, it seems like that where I'm like, wow, yeah, they were really pushing it.
Mhm. So I was actually watching this online with a group of people,
Oh, really?
and one person was just like when they were watching like that scene, they're just like they said they're starting like their body started getting like hot, and they were
Oh
starting
my
to get
God.
dizzy and stuff, like just watching this scene.
I
Like
feel so bad. I'm
I,
exacting pain on people.
yeah. But yeah, it was just like I mean, I remember this scene because I remember watching it, and it's pretty brutal.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's not as bad as it's not as bad as like the foot one for me, where it's just like
really.
like because the foot one I like audibly gasped. I was like, oh, like
Yeah. I think maybe for me it was the drawn out element of the surgery where it was
oh
like,
yeah,
I can't, like,
we're
this is
gonna show
lasting
you
so long.
every detail type of
Yeah,
thing.
because like when I was younger, I'd watch this and be have fun with it, and I've become so squeamish with age. It feels like that this stuff is like started to bother me more, but that's part of the fun, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that's going on. I talked about the cop plot. The cop plot's over. She dies, and then that's it. I think they're literally setting up that Costas Mandalore, who will show back up in the next one, is playing a much bigger role in all of this.
Con- Constance Mandalorian, yeah.
Yeah, the mandolin player. Um, but now we have we have another guy. There are so many plots in this movie. Good God. He whose daughter has, or sorry, son has died, and he's wanted to kill them. The guy who ran her, or I keep saying daughter, ran him over, uh, and he's obsessed with it. So Jigsaw has set up all the people that have watched or was witness or and committed this accident. So he gets to pick if they live, die, all of that, which I think is an interesting setup. I just think when I was watching it this time, Jeff is his name. Jeff is really slow, almost like it's like drawn out to this like really weird point where like it he will say he goes and tries to save everyone he runs into, but that process is so long, and I get why he's thinking about it, but man, this movie draws it out.
I, yeah. I mean, I kind of was just like, he takes way too long with these decisions.
Yeah, like
And I mean, I understand that, like you said, it's like that's the point, is like he's like anguishing over these like
mhm.
decisions. But I mean, by the time he's like, all right, now I'm gonna help these people, or it's always just like it's always too little too late.
Exactly. Yeah. It's way too like he waited way too long. Like there's a woman that saw it and just didn't do anything at the court hearing, just like ran away. And which I don't, like that sucks, but like she is being frozen to death in a freezer with water sprayed at her, and she is just completely naked, just like, please, I'm so cold. And all he has to do is like, it sucks. He has to reach behind a bunch of bars, so he rips skin off of his face to get a key. But he takes so long that she just becomes like an icicle. And then it's like, okay, I guess he has to move on now.
Well, I mean, and even like yeah, I get it. She should have said something, but like she even said, she's like, I was scared. I didn't want to say
Mhm.
anything. And then like she's like apologizing and like begging, like, please, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And like he still is just kind of like, well, what, like she's dead, and he's not like, oh
Uh-huh.
my God, like I killed this girl. It's just kind of like, okay, like
On to the next
on to the
room.
next room.
Yeah, because this movie starts up like it's like the Saw formula where it's almost like room to room. Like, they do a trap in a room, they move on and walk to the next one. That's kind of like the formula we're gonna get for the next few movies. One cool thing though is where I've played Dead by Daylight now, the map for Saw is this. It is like the setup for this. It has the grinder for the pig, it has the ice room, it has like all the background stuff. I was watching this movie and I was like, oh my God, it looks just like the game. They did a really good job.
You're like, where's all the generators?
Fix all the generators. Fix
You
you only fix 5 of the 7.
must fix all the generators.
Yeah, there we
Do
go.
not look for the hatch.
Yeah. Yeah, if 3 of you die, then you can look for the hatch. And that just these stupid rules.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh man.
but yeah, so he goes to the next room and there's the judge, and his thing is he's like chained down to the bottom of a silo and pig guts are flowing into him and he can drown in the pig guts, which once again is disgusting. And all he has to do is burn his kids' toys to get a key to get him
Hmm.
out because he's so obsessed with those toys he can't get rid of them. But the judge actually gets saved.
He like almost beats his daughter because his daughter like
I know.
so Grid takes her son's stuffed pig.
It's so hard to root for Jeff. I mean, maybe you don't have to root for him, I guess, but like, if the movie was going for that, it would be so hard to do it because he like yells at his daughter for playing with a toy. Obviously, he's not a very good husband. He's become very distant. He's not a great person at all.
No, I mean, and the whole ending like a big like FU ending anyway with this whole lead up, but I found it very hard to to root for Jeff because just how I mean I understand like he lost his son and everything, but just how completely self-centered he is. Like, because I mean, at the end of the day, the people that were involved with his son's accident, it's not like these were awful people that deserved what was happening to them.
Hmm. Exactly, yeah, and that's what's so weird about the setup for this one from Jigsaw's perspective, right? Like, I get these people messed up, but I mean, if he's abiding by law, the main guy who accidentally hit the kid, and he seemed like it was an accident when they do the flashback, he's legitimately sad. He goes to jail. It's only 6 months, but like, what did he really do wrong here? Like, he went to
I,
court, got jail time, and left, right? And now he has to die in a torturous death.
I mean, yeah, so like he did the time for this involuntary vehicular manslaughter,
Yeah.
and he went to jail, he paid his dues supposedly, and even then, he seemed like you said, he seemed very upset that he did this thing,
Yeah.
and he was, basically just like, oh my God, like type of thing. And now this death is probably going to be weighing on him for the rest of his life,
Hmm.
or what's left of it.
Yeah, exactly. And like that's what's so weird about like the kind of the morals here is that like why is Jigsaw like forcing this guy Jeff to be the one that holds all the cards for these people's lives? From their perspective. Same with the judge. I mean, the judge could have been a little corrupt, but we don't get an explanation for that. Maybe the judge just felt like 6 months was fine for the involuntary manslaughter. But the judge almost lives. I forgot how he died. The whole time I was like, he's not surviving. How does he die? How does he
I
die?
remembered I remember too. I was like, I know he dies. I remember he saved the judge,
Hmm.
and then the judge somehow dies before the end of the game.
Yeah, but he just gets shot by accident from getting a key grabbed. While they
Hmm.
save the third guy who committed the accident, and his torture device is every limb on his body gets twisted until it's broken, which once again he did the time, and he gets like that is horrifying to have your
Yeah, it's
bones
just like
broken like that.
Just a horrific way to die.
Yeah, exactly. And then Jigsaw's over here like, oh, he didn't want to
Here's your
live.
lesson.
He didn't want to live.
Yeah.
He didn't get a choice to live here.
All right.
Man.
Uh,
But oh,
I,
go ahead.
no, no. What I wanted to say is, like the the other like main part of this movie, besides the surgery
Hmm.
and the husband plot line, is uh like Jigsaw training
Amanda.
Amanda,
Yep.
and I feel like I mean, how do you figure, like it's like a couple of years maybe that she's like been under his wing,
That's what
something
it
like that.
seems like. Yeah. Like a year or two or so.
Okay. But I'm assuming, like, she wasn't like this big like metalworks expert or engineer or anything like that. And it's
But
just
yeah.
like she's just like hand teaching, like, basically like, oh yeah, this is how you make like a bear trap, mask, and this is how you make
Hmm.
like a this is how you do like the torso ripper. Yeah, just like, and she just automatically knows how to do that because they even said in that scene, like with the collar, she's like, "Oh, I built that collar."
But she kind of lets on like I made it, so I don't know if you can trust it too well. I wouldn't try it. But yeah, no, and she's gonna have to lead on and make the animatronic Billy the puppet from now on and stuff like
Well, yeah,
that.
because even shows
He's
it
painting.
shows Jigsaw like hand painting.
I love when they try to do young Jigsaw in these movies because I think it's so funny. They give him like a soul patch when he's younger in this. He gets like a really
Yeah,
white soul patch. And later it gets funnier and funnier how they try to make him look young. But yeah, they have those flashbacks and it's supposed to be like father daughter is the way I took it, is like, mentor.
yeah, yeah,
And Amanda is extremely attached to him, but he ends up being really nice to the woman doctor, and so Amanda gets jealous. So now we have a drama in the middle of all this, an almost love triangle, which then it all comes to a head. There's a huge twist in the movie where everything comes together. So I will say, I think I was having fun with this movie. I had issues with it, but I was enjoying it as a Saw movie. Maybe it just is definitely not as good as the last two. The ending is where I was like, oh, this really burned me. I feel like this is just like really just bad, and it doesn't even really end like at all. Um, so what happens is Jeff does make it to the end. Amanda is yelling at Jigsaw and wants to shoot the female doctor, and she does as soon as the husband walks in, Jeff. So he shoots Amanda. Um, then there's like this twist on the game where Jigsaw's like, "You have to forgive me, and we'll get to a hospital. Um, and you can't kill me, okay?" And that's how you win the game. Um, and in this time, Jeff talks to his wife, is down on the ground with him, and she might be a little quiet, but she talks. Um, and all she has to say is, "Hey, if you kill him, my collar goes off." That's all she has to say. She even has to yell it, something like that. Um,
no,
no, she doesn't. In the minutes of this, like he takes his time, right? Like there's like minutes of him picking the murder tool because he's going to kill Jigsaw. His big moment is, "I forgive you," and then he slices his throat. All she had to say was like, she even yells no at one point. She has to go, "If you kill him, I die. Don't do it." And then Jigsaw's game doesn't work.
well, I mean, I thought it was kind of ridiculous too. So like, I couldn't remember how he killed him, but like,
Hmm.
he pulls out this giant buzz saw looking thing.
Yeah.
I like, and you think like this blade is huge. So
Hmm.
I'm thinking like, oh, like he's gonna, like, you think he's like gonna decapitate Jigsaw or whatever, but like he just like hits the blade like just enough to like slice Jigsaw's throat.
Yeah,
And I'm
you're
like,
right.
that seems a little overkill for like that little, like you could have just grabbed like one of those scalpels and just done the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, you're absolutely right. That is a
Right.
complete overkill. Like he just had to like like if you get that out, you want to do damage, right? I just
Yeah.
yeah, but of course he does that. Her head blows off, and then Jigsaw pulls out his final tape, and it's for Jeff. And Jeff's daughter is stuck in a room with no air or limited air, and now he'll never know where she's at. And that's how the movie ends. We don't see how the plot line ends. It's just over, and Jeff is standing there. And we get like a clip show almost, just some clips from the last movie, and it's over, which is such a like garbage non-ending. Like that is like, oh, you got your fate, but nothing. What happens, right? And I don't even think the fourth movie really even goes into it. This is just an ultimate cliffhanger.
No. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where the fourth one picks up,
I
but I
forget.
remember, but yeah, like this one, I remember just being like, oh, like just total screw you ending. Which I mean, they all kind of go with like really like
Mhm.
there is no happy ending ever.
No, it's Saw, but there's something about this one where it doesn't even feel like it's final. Like Jeff doesn't get a final like death moment or something. He's just kind of left there.
Like imagine this is how they like ended the series.
Exactly. I feel like this would have like a really bad taste at the end of the series. So I don't know. I just really that funks it up. So I actually kind of I'm settled with it now. There are parts I like of it. It is a Saw movie. I don't think it's unwatchable. And I think there's some brutal parts, but that ending and some of Jeff like just standing there doing nothing makes this kind of it's the worst
It,
one so
it,
far.
I agree. It's the weakest of the three that we've seen,
Yeah.
and I I thought the other two were much stronger. I mean, it's just there was some like characters in there I was at least rooting for. I mean, other than like maybe like the doctor in this one, I really
Mhm.
it's not like I was rooting for Jeff because he was just like a total like just like you just like could stand there and be like no 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 and just
With the camera whipping across, of course, as
yeah.
usual.
So he didn't like it didn't really make him like a real sympathetic character to me, especially after like all those people that really didn't need to die just died.
Yeah. So yeah, I just think this movie is just on rewatch, not that great. I would say, I mean, Saw is weird. If you've gotten to the third one, you might as well watch it. But like, let's just say on just a review basis, it's a not really recommend.
I agree.
Yeah. But anyway, that wraps it up for this one. But Ryan, what are we covering on Thursday?
Well, Nathan, we're going to be going back to Godzilla and we're going to be talking about 1989's Godzilla versus Biolante, and that is streaming on the Criterion channel
You know, uh, but I'm excited.
automatically.
I'm excited to watch that one. But if you want to email us, you can email us at driveanddoubleFeaturePodcast@gmail.com. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. We're popping off on Amazon Music. But until next time.
Until next time.